Hello everyone, welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program 2 video. I believe this is my third one, and today we are going to be going to Dres in KSP2, and we are going to be taking a rover there. So this isn't going to be a back mission, this is just going to be going there with the rover and playing around a bit. So anyway, as you can see, we are just starting off the launch pad, and also you may notice right now, we've got the proper KSP2 soundtrack. Well, I hope it is at least. I haven't added it yet in my editing, but I am in the process of getting the KSP2 soundtrack, and it sounds so awesome, as I'm sure you can hear it probably now. It sounds really good. So I'll try and put some of the good soundtracks in it for different parts of it. Anyway, as you can see, my rocket is actually fairly stable compared to the last rover mission I did. And I actually have had about, maybe about 5 or 6 of these rocket missions trying to get to Dres. They'd either flip out when I was getting through the atmosphere, or they would just by a few meters per second not have enough fuel, and my entire rocket would break. So I created this rocket, and this one actually seemed to be the best. So yeah, so we are coming up through the atmosphere, and yes, so probably should talk a little bit more about it. I'm doing a similar rocket to the last one I built, and took it to Ike, I believe I took it to, and it's a similar rover. I've fixed up certain problems that the last one had, as you could, if you've watched the last mission I did, I'll probably put a video link to the last one I did at the end of the video. In that one, my rocket, oh, what happened? That's right, the light stopped working, and the wheels weren't working. So I think it might be some bug with the solar panels, because after the video, I tried actually going back to that mission save and checking. I put the yeah, that's right. I time warped for the sun to be right over the solar panels, and they didn't seem to charge. So then I put on infinite electricity, and only then the lights work kind of right, and that's how I got the thumbnail. So anyway, this rocket's lights work, and they look quite good. As always, I've got my video standing at around 25-26 minutes long, so it's at a reasonable length. It's not too long. Also, write down in the comments, or if you're watching this on Reddit, write in the comments there. Tell me, because I do need to know this actually for my videos. Do you prefer me to have the build in and my video be longer, or no build in, and a shorter video? I'm not sure which one you want. There's still either way, there'll still be occasional the one that you didn't pick, or didn't get voted on right. But if I can just have at least a few comments, or anyone who's watching this, please, if you could just write in the comments whether you want me to do that or not, because I'm still only getting started, and I need to know what you guys want. Otherwise, I'm kind of making a video for no one. Anyway, as you can see, I had a little bug there where my rocket blew up coming through the top of the atmosphere. Luckily, I had a pretty good later quick save from just making sure that my maneuver plan was still there. Does anyone know? By the way, you can see we're time warping rather slowly up, at least until we're out of the atmosphere. Does anyone know about Toucan? If there's any videos out there, because I can't seem to find any videos on how to install Toucan. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Toucan for KSP2, and if there is, if there's any mods on it which you can use for faster time warp. Like in KSP1, there was better time warp. If you could write that down in the comments, if anyone knows anything. As you can tell, I really want to hear from you guys in the comments. It's nice to hear what other people think about it. And even if it's not particularly the best, if you don't have the best idea on my commentary and video, that's okay, because I can still improve upon it. So, if anyone wants to comment, please do, because I love seeing comments on my videos. Anyway, so we are just in the tracking station getting our transfer window to Dres. And by the way, if any of you don't know what Dres is, oh, I guess probably you would all know what Dres is. You all should know what Dres is. It's a planet which hasn't really got many features on it, except that in KSP1 there was a place on it called the Dres Canyon, and that was pretty much the only good place on it. But now in KSP2, as you will see when we start approaching it, once we've got all this hard work planning done, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's got rings. It's the only planet in the Kerbola system, at least at this point. Not sure if the devs might change that, but I don't think they will. You have, it has rings, and they're not particularly big rings, but they look there, and they actually made it. I think it's Shadow Zone's got a video on it, going to Dres, and, you can actually see he took a rocket right through the rings, and you can see that they actually made asteroids for the rings. So it's like, it doesn't look like asteroids at all when you come up to the rings or anything like that. But when you start getting like right into the rings, you can see a bunch of dust and pebbles going flying past you. I think it looks really cool. And not just like some rings which looks like a texture when you go through them. They've actually got actual asteroids, or whatever you want to call them. I think it's really cool. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that in this mission because we were very tight on Delta V. I do need to work on my rockets, but it's hard to make a good rocket now because you have to worry about the struts and whether the struts will work properly with it and not blow the ship up. I tried making so many of the rockets. One of the rockets, I think it was one of the first rockets I made for this mission, it was just a normal design. Everyone seems to be using it. It's just a fuel tank with an aerodynamic cone. This is the largest fuel tank. Got a big aerodynamic cone underneath it, and then you've got a smaller aerodynamics cone which you put the Mammoth, I think it's the Mammoth engine on it, and you put it like four-way symmetry or something like that, and you kind of move it down into a good-looking way. But I can't get that to work. My ship blows up every time I try and use it. So that probably would have made, I'm not sure if it would make it any more efficient, but this way seemed to work pretty good with just the boosters and the, oh, what do they call them? They're the ones we're using at the minute. Oh, I forget. Oh, well, you know which ones I'm talking about. Anyway, so now we are starting the burn. You can see I'm trying to save as much fuel as I can because I got, let's see, that was 7,100 meters per second in this stage here. And yet I still was so tight on fuel. I like had 300 meters per second left, which was surprising because every other time I actually ran out of fuel. Also, trying to make a maneuver node to get to Dres. I'm not sure if this is the Navball or maybe Time Warp or something, but every time I ever did it, I couldn't get the trajectory right, encounter, that's right, encounter nodes right. I'd perform the maneuver and it'd be so far off. You'll see in a second how far off we are. See that? That's just a lot. And after this one, I actually had to make another adjustment because we were off again. It's, I think it's probably because I'm a bit, it's a little bit more touchy from the angle I'm trying to perform the node at. But, I need to be coming, closer to apoapsis than periapsis to be able to do it, well, to make it a lot easier to do it, rather than just, it being a lot more touchy. Or a bit, it uses more fuel. Anyway, yeah, so, also, if you tell me, should I continue doing rover missions, or should I be doing go there and back missions, space station missions, or base missions, or all of them? Because I'm not sure which ones I should be doing, or whether I should be focusing on certain ones. I find the rover missions quite fun, but I guess it's not really that fun if you're not behind the wheel of the rover. Um, but I find it quite fun doing rover missions. Anyway, tell me in the comments whether I should do more rover missions, or like I already said, I don't need to repeat myself. Anyway, I think you may also have noticed. I hope that you noticed this, and hopefully it is the same, or better. I'm really hoping that my commentaries are getting a bit better. I think I'm a little bit more focused on what I'm saying now. I'm not off giggling about stuff that's not really in the mission, like I'm just doing now. Um, Anyway, you can see this is the third maneuver node I've had to make. Well, no, it's actually the fourth. No, maneuver plan. To try and get this, my intersect with Dres right. And, yeah, it's such a hard time doing it. Anyway, I got my encounter, and I'm pretty sure this is the last maneuver node I make. I think. No, I don't. No, I think I've got another one to do as well. To get my trajectory right around Dres. It's how really touchy. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. Anyway, the music. I'm not sure whether I put this on the landing or out in space or something. I'm not sure, but there's a really cool soundtrack which I've just been listening to before doing my commentary on the video. It is such a good soundtrack for KSP2. I can't wait to show it off. I'm not sure whether when I'll be playing it. I might even be playing it now. I'm not sure. Anyway, I reckon it sounds really good. That's the one thing that's really good about KSP2 is the soundtrack, sound effects, and the music. Did you know that they actually went to an actual launch site for an actual rocket launch to record some of the sounds for certain engines? That's how much dedication they put into the sound of it. I think that just adds some extra price to the game, and even though it is rather expensive, I think that's just that's like that's a big deal, I think. Anyway, I think this might be my as you can see, I was trying to figure out my where my trajectory was. I thought for a second that my trajectory was gone, until I realized that I only just got a tiny little encounter there. So now's another maneuver node to try and get myself up close to Dres, and now you can see its rings if you caught it there. If you haven't already seen Dres in KSP2, that's its rings there, and that's Dres, and it looks quite good. Also, quick mentioning, if you are enjoying this video, and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe and like for more KSP2 videos, because I know most of the people watching my videos, or at least partly watching my videos, aren't subscribed, so I don't really know if that's what everyone wants. But I probably should start again. But if you could subscribe, that'd be really great. And the video will be made a little bit more public. Or a little bit more. I'll be better with the algorithm. I'll have a better relationship with the algorithm. Also, if you happen to be a returning viewer, I don't think anyone is, but if you do somehow happen to be a returning viewer, you probably be annoyed by me saying this, but I'm gonna say it again, because most of the people that watch my videos aren't usually the ones that are coming back. So all these videos in KSP and KSP2, I would have never gotten into KSP2 if it weren't for Matt Lown. He's probably one of the best people I've seen, one of the best. Oh goodness. He's one of the best oh my goodness, I've lost my words. I don't know. I'll just use okay, I won't use the proper grammar or English. He's the best person I've seen who's... Oh, no, it is proper. He's the best person I've seen doing KSP missions. KSP missions and KSP2 missions. He's the one who got me into it. And I think he's really good. I don't think he's made a KSP2 mission or KSP1 mission for quite a while now. Not quite sure what's up there. I mean, I know the crowning was happening, or coronation for King Charles. And he's over in England, I think. I think. I'm pretty sure. So maybe that's held him up or something, but anyway, he hasn't made a mission for a while, but he's got a ton of missions, and he's even made a few KSP1 mission movie kind of videos, and I think he's really good at it, and go check him out if my commentary is not satisfying. Anyway, and now we are making our very expensive deorbit burn. I'm surprised that it didn't ask me to start my burn earlier. I guess that's why I got my trajectory such funny. I was hoping to get a orbit, but come into an orbit and then be better at landing. As you can see, we're actually coming up pretty close to the rings here, so I thought looked pretty cool. We're not up right next to them, but we're pretty close. You probably can't see the asteroid system or whatever it's called in it. Also, probably before, no, I should have mentioned it earlier, but if you are still watching and you're wondering about frame rates, I did have a frame rate bar up on the corner, and that's showing the frame rate because the frame rate I've got at the moment is deceptive, because I've sped up the video by a lot. So if you're wondering what the frame rate is, I probably should have put it back on again, but I didn't, and you want to know about frame rates, and because you haven't got KSP2 yet, go back in the video and you should see the frame rate show up in the corner, top left-hand corner, and that'll be for most of the video. Also, if you're wondering whether you'll be able to run KSP2, let me tell you, don't really need too much of a beefy computer to run it. I've got a laptop which cost me about $1,000 Australian currency, Australian money, to buy, and it is got a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, and 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the frame rate that you see on the camera there, you're able to get that with KSP2. I opt for like higher quality graphics than frame rate. So I have installed some drivers to help increase the frame rate a bit, but I really like how like cloud quality and all of that, having it up high, but you may like it at a higher frame rate, so you can like put down other settings, but I reckon it's pretty good. And also, right now is when I've just slowed down my mission, so now you can, I slowed down the video. So now you can, this is real-time speed. Now the Kerbals aren't looking crazy. Anyway, also, by the way, quick mention, does anyone by any chance know when KSP to the next update will be? Because I can't find it anywhere. Or patch number 3. Anyway, if you can put that in the comments, that'd be great if anyone does know. And if you don't know, don't bother. But that sounded rude, but anyway, getting myself wound up. So here's the beautiful, gentle touchdown, and now I'm trying to get myself down. I had to add all those reaction wheels so I could actually move my rocket. And even now it's really slow at moving. So now we've got, I think it's 500 meters per second we've got left in the hydrogen fuel tanks, which I guess is a fair bit, but it's not much considering how far away we're going from Kerbal. No, Kerbin. Also, if you happen to have lasted this long, in my video, you will, hear me say this. Um, if you do want to, maybe get any updates or any questions or anything really, from me, I'll put a link to my subreddit, down below, and you can join it from there. So, if you want to if you want to see what's going on, and, if you want to make posts asking me questions, or you want to go something direct to me, not being showing up on YouTube, well, you can just go to my subreddit and, make a post there, or comment on my, lounge and make yourself private or something. And you should be able to, talk to me, and I should respond, pretty quickly. Anyway, back to the KSP2 mission. As you can see, we're having a bit of a roll around on the surface, a little bit bumpy. I actually had a crash here. As you can see, a few parts broke off, probably lights, so, just, F5 and F9 to quick save. I'm very, like, every minute or so I make sure to do a quick save, and if anything major, like a decoupling or engine start happens, I'll do a quick save again, because KSP2 is really buggy, and you never know when a bug is going to show itself, and you will end up with a very broken rocket and, some tears in your eyes, having to go back and do your whole mission again. So that's what I do. Do that many quick saves. Also, I was wondering why I couldn't steer properly here, and yeah, you just need to turn off auto steering adjust, and you can turn a lot better with the rovers. Probably is going to be much easier to flip or roll, but it's a lot better for kind of crawling around on the surface like I'm doing here. So I'm about to speed up the video now, just to get to where we're going to plant the flag. So there you go, we sped up a bit now, I think. Yeah, just a bit, not much. 0.2 times we've sped up, which isn't much, but this helps the mission get to about 25 minutes, because I don't want to go anything above that. It's just a bit, like, long. I don't expect many people to want to be watching a video for 25 minutes. Oh, you can hear the crashing noise there. I actually didn't hear that when I was doing it, but oh, scraping along the surface. And then a little bug where the wheels bounce you off. Also, I probably should have mentioned this earlier on, but if you are flying your rocket, and before landing, at least before landing, make sure the brakes are turned on when you're doing a rover mission, because, as I found out in some of my past rover missions, not necessarily shown on my YouTube channel, I had some, when I land, the rover wheels had just about sent me interstellar when they hit the ground. So, it's a good idea to put the brakes on, otherwise you might, find your rocket at an undiscovered planet, or be discovering a, where the Kerbals have come from. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm still waiting for this rover to stop. Also, as I'm not sure when to ask you to do this, but, if you are enjoying this video, subscribe and like won't be, the death of humanity. So, if you would love to, if you think that I'm doing a good job, or think I'm doing a terrible job, or whatever you think I'm doing, however you think I'm doing it, a subscription will be very supportive to me, and a like will help the video be recommended to other people. So, yes, if you'd love to subscribe, that'd be very appreciated, and, yes, and if you have a YouTube channel, it probably won't last for very long if, people do this, but, if you've got your own YouTube channel, and, if you're subscribing to me and you're very small, well, I will make an effort to subscribe to yours if I think your content is good. So, just know that out. If your channel, because I can see subscribers that have got their own YouTube channel. So, yes. So if you want to do that, you might find yourself another subscriber coming. But that won't last for too long, because if I get up above 1,000 subscribers, I'll be having a lot of people on my subscription list, so that probably won't last for very long. But at least it'll help get you started, because subscriptions help recommend your channel to other people. Anyway, as you can see, planting our flag, coming to the end of our mission, and this rocket will be, rover will be staying here for Kerbal Eternity. And I guess this is the end of the mission, so thanks for watching. You should have some videos up if you want to check them out, and I will see you in the next KerbalSpace Program 2 video. Bye!